Hello and welcome back. In this video, we are going to discuss word problem which lead to the quadratic equation, and these are the complex ones. Such problems mostly appear in P2 and they make more than 10 marks of the paper and they really need your attention. So let us start these problems. We are once again starting the problem from exercise 2A of D3 8th edition. The first problem we selected, it states the figure shows an ancient coin which was once used in China. The coin is in the shape of a circle of radius 3 centimeter and a square of side x centimeter removed from the center. The area of each face of the coin is 7 pi centimeter square. So these are the three things given, that the radius of the circle is 3 centimeter, the square which is removed from the center, its side length is x centimeter, and the area of one face of the coin is 7 pi centimeter square. So first it said form an equation in x and show that it reduces to 2 pi minus x square. So we can start it from, because we are given the area of the coin, and we can see what should be the area of coin. It should be area of face of coin. Actually, it should be the difference of area of circle and the area of square removed from it. So it should be area of circle minus area of square. First, we should recall the formula for the area of circle and area of square. The area of face of coin is 7 pi. Replace the value over here. Then area of circle, it should be pi r square minus area of square is the square of its length. Now we replace the value of radius and length of the square. So it will be 7 pi equals pi times 3 square minus the length of the side of square was x, so it should be x square. Now first let us expand the right hand side, where 3 square is definitely 9, so it should be written 9 pi minus x square. Now because it said the equation must reduce to 2 pi minus x square, and we can see that x square is already negative here, so it will become 0 equals minus 7 pi plus 9 pi minus x square, and it reduces to 2 pi minus x square, or we can switch the sides and it will be written as 2 pi minus x square equals 0. So that was the first part, where it said form an equation and show that it reduces to 2 pi minus x square equals 0. And then in the second part, it said solve the equation 2 pi minus x square equals 0. So in order to solve the equation, first we are given that 2 pi minus x square equals 0. So let us first move 2 pi r x square to the right hand side. Let me keep x square over here, and 2 pi will become negative 2 pi. When moved to the right hand side, we can cancel the negative on both sides. So we are left with x square equals 2 pi. And because there is no linear term, there is only a quadratic term x square, so we can directly take the square root of both sides, and whenever we take the square root of a constant number, we must place plus and minus symbol outside it. On the left hand side, square and square root should cancel each other, so x should be equal to plus minus the value of square root of 2 pi. From the calculator you will calculate it 2.51 when approximated to 2 decimal places. So that was the second part, And in third part, it said find the perimeter of the square. And what was the length of the square? It was x. We know the perimeter of a square is 4 times its length. Perimeter of a square is 4 times its length. And here we should clarify that because x was the length of the square, x cannot be negative. It should be cleared over here because x was the length and length cannot be negative, so the positive value of x should be used here. 4 times 2.51, and when we multiply it, the perimeter of square comes 10.04 in centimeters. So that was the first problem. So here the first problem is complete, and let us move to the second one. In second problem, it states Nadia walks at an average speed of x plus 2 km per hour for x minus 3 hours and cycles at an average speed of 3x plus 5 km per hour for x hours. She covers a total distance of 74 kilometers. Then we are to form an equation in first part. In x, show that it reduces to 4x square plus 4x minus 80. We can already see that this is not the simplest form of the equation, but we are to give it in this form. Now, starting with the given values, where it said she walks at an average speed of x plus 2 km per hour for x minus 3 hours. So we are given its speed and time, and then it said she cycles at an average speed of 3x plus 5 for x hours. Once again we are given speed and time, and then we are given the total distance walked and cycled. So first let us calculate the distance walked, and we must remember the famous formula for the speed, which was distance divided by time. Let me call that, let d1 is the distance walked and d2 is the distance cycled. When we are talking about distance walked, we know the speed was x plus 2 km per hour. X plus 2 equals d1 divided by the time was x minus 3 hours. And in second step, it said that she cycles at a speed of 3x plus 5 for x hours. So it should be written as 3x plus 5 equals d2 being the distance cycle divided by x. So first we can calculate the d1 x plus 2 times x minus 3, and in second d2 will be calculated by moving x to the left hand side, and it becomes x times 3x plus 5 equals d2. And because we know the total distance walked and cycled was 74 kilometers, so we can say that d1 plus d2 is d1 plus d2, it equals 74 kilometers. Now we can replace the values over here, and then we can simplify it. So it will be x plus 2 times x minus 3, that was d1, and d2 was x times 3x plus 5, and this equals 74. The product will become x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6, and second product will become 3x square plus 5x, and because it is a quadratic equation, we have to move 74 to the left hand side. It will becomes negative 74 equals 0. Now first sum the quadratic terms. There is an x square and then there is a 3x square. It should become 4x square. Then adding the linear terms where we have minus 3x plus 2x plus 5x, and surely that becomes positive 4x, and then we have minus 6 and minus 74, their sum will become minus 80 equals 0. So this is the equation we have to show him. And now in second part it said solve the equation 4x square plus 4x minus 20 equal to 0. First, because we can reduce this equation by taking 4 common, it will become 4 times x square plus x minus 20 equals 0, and by moving 4 to the right, 0 divided by 4 will become 0x square plus x minus 20 equals 0. So this is the equation in reduced form. As we can see here, the equation can be factorized, and the factors of negative 20 whose difference should be 1 are 4 and 5, because their product is 20 and their difference is 1, so it will become x square. Middle term being positive, the greater term will be kept positive and the smaller will be negative, so it should be minus 4x plus 5x minus 20 equals 0. We can see the factors will be x minus 4 times x plus 5, and it equals 0. Now we can see the values of x should be x equals 4 and x equals minus 5. So these are the two values of x where it says solve the equation. Now we can leave it over here and come to third part where it said find the time taken for an entire journey. The time taken for an entire journey should be the time walked and the time cycled, and it already stated that she walked for x minus 3 hours and cycled for x hours. So we can say in third part the total time taken should be x minus 3 hours plus x hours. Now we need to clear that what value of x should be used here. X should be 4 because x cannot be negative, being time it should not be negative, so x equals 4 will be used over here, so it will become 4 minus 3, the time walked, plus 4 hours, which will become 5 hours after we add these two values. Here we conclude this video, and we will be coming with the next video covering the past paper question of the same type we discussed in these three videos. So until then, take good care of yourself.